Two more Israeli women held hostage by Hamas in Gaza were released to the Red Cross a short time ago and are now in Israeli territory. The pair have been identified as 21-year-old Franco-Israeli Mia Schem and 40-year-old Amit Soussana. Others are expected to be released in the coming hours. Hamas pledged to release 10 people today as part of a last-minute deal in exchange for a seventh day of a truce. For more, let's cross to Jerusalem and speak with ABC News foreign correspondent Jordana Miller. Jordana, what more can you tell us about these two women who have been freed?
Well, first of all, it's unusual that they've been freed so early in the night. Usually, these hostage releases are playing out over several hours, sometimes even happening just at the strike before midnight. So, it's good news that they are already on Israeli territory and they are back home. Mia Schem is the 21-year-old who was kidnapped from that all-night rave music festival. Her face known really around the world because she was in the first Hamas propaganda video that was put out at the early part of this war. She was clearly had been injured. It looked like she had some kind of operation on the top part of one of her arms, and she, it seems clear that under duress, she read a script about how the war has to stop and she wants to go home and clearly meant to really try to influence the decision makers uh, because she's a young girl in captivity. Her mother here in Israel someone happened to be filming her when she got the call that her daughter was free, and she was crying. She's been very vocal, her mother, on the scene here in Israel, about representing the families of the hostages and the urgent need to bring them home. The other woman is a 40-year-old, Amit Soussana, who was kidnapped from her home in one of the communities in southern Israel. She's a lawyer, and her family also, so happy that they are out of danger. What sets this hostage release apart from the former ones? This is the first time we're seeing young women get out who were not, not mothers, and it will raise questions here about whether these two were sexually assaulted in any way. Israel has said that one of the top priorities is to get women out of the Gaza Strip after hearing testimonies from survivors about rape on October 7th and some of the horrific things that Hamas terrorists did to some of the women. And that includes a priority to get uh, female soldiers, IDF soldiers, out.
And Jordana, what is next for the additional 8 people that Hamas has pledged to release today? And do we have any signs that a truce could be extended for an eighth day?
Well, we expect to see another 8 Israelis, come home. 6 of them will be from the deal that Israel and Hamas have negotiated. 2 will be from a parallel deal that Hamas negotiated with the Kremlin. So we'll wait for that to unfold. There is a very strong likelihood that this ceasefire will be extended again. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is here visiting America's top diplomat, and certainly extending the pause is one of his goals. And, we have to realize that the ceasefire right now seems to be serving both sides. Israel wants to get out as many people as it can that were innocently abducted in such a cruel way by Hamas on October 7th. And Hamas obviously wants time to regroup and figure out what its strategy is when Israel begins the second phase of the war, which is inevitable.
Jordana Miller in Jerusalem, thank you so much for that update. Really appreciate it.